And we are live. Welcome, everybody. My name is Trent. I'm joined by my partner in crime, Sam. We have the incomparable Larry Find and the amazing Badger, blessing us with his presence today. Gentlemen, how are you? What a crazy week.
I'm doing well. I echo that. A crazy week, a lot of stuff going down. Let's start with you, Badger. How you doing?
Oh, I'm excellent. It's a new week, fresh week, and the sky's the limit.
Hell yeah.
Sam, how about you, bud? How you doing?
Doing well. Always tired. I'm trying to quit caffeine and it's not going well for me. But
Oh, it's always tough.
yeah.
I just try to cut it
But I
down a
still
little
got
bit.
my Huel, so
Yeah, man.
I'm still happy.
Shout out Huel. 70 calories, blah, 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 blah. I forget what the pitch is for that. By Huel.
Click the link in our about section.
Yeah, there you go. So, gentlemen, I guess first, how did you all fare in this disaster of a week? We had the FTX debacle. Hopefully, y'all's portfolios didn't take too big of a hit. I think I came out relatively unscathed. I had some Tron that I lost. I think I don't even know if I lost it. I've never logged into the app. But let me start with I guess Badger and go counterclockwise.
Good news is, bad news is, I'm kind of exposed to all these exchanges because when I first got into this space, I thought, okay, well, I can't miss out, and they don't all offer the same stuff, so I had to create an account on
Right.
all of them if I wanted to access. My main access was always at Wax. So with that, like even going back to the day or when I first met UTD, I
Yeah.
had to create Wax Wallet, and I set up an account for 4 different exchanges trying to get Wax, and I failed every single time miserably.
Oh
Now it's a
right.
lot
Yeah. Dude,
different.
what a
But
disaster that was. Fuck.
long story short, of course, I got on FTX because they launched an NFT platform, and I didn't, FOMO. I didn't want to miss out on anything exciting. Once I signed up, I realized their NFT marketplace didn't have a whole lot to offer, and so I never really went back to that. But I did have like something like $150 worth of funds, and this was FTX US. And lucky to say, after all the fiasco, I was still able to get onto FTX US before all the hack rumors and whatnot. So I haven't tried to go back on ever since, just because I'm too scared. But I did go back on there and withdraw whatever that was significant. There's some shit coins, for lack of a better word, still on there that I thought, like, maybe one day, maybe this, I don't know what happens to this later.
Why
And so
not?
see what happens. So
So did
and
you recover an amount?
yeah, like I recovered majority of it. It was like mostly just some Ethereum sitting there that, maybe I thought one day I'll use to trade for some tokens that I can't get anywhere else. And at the same time, but funnier story, if I may, are everyone, most are familiar. I work for a crypto hedge fund, and so we had some funds on there, but our portfolio manager managed to get all the funds off of there, like literally the day before they froze any funds or said, like, hey, this is going
Damn.
Wow,
down.
what a
So
champ.
like we managed to save a lot there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, let me ask you this: does your firm live in an orgy house in Miami?
It's a legitimate question now.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, talk about developing content.
Oh
No.
Yeah.
man. How much
we
Harry Potter do they read every day?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Harry
Are they
Potter.
LARPers? Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, like having I didn't have a lot of finance background when I got into this company, but like having learned more about finance and the people in it, like they like to party, but I don't know that Harry Potter's ever come up.
Yeah. I don't I think I don't think there's anything wrong with
Oh wait. That's the Bulgarian in me. I don't even think I understood the implication there.
We'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
yeah. All right, Larry, any exposure?
I had zero because I think when I tried to sign up for FTX way back, I think if I remember, it was I think one of your friends went to an NBA game and they got like a free NFT, and it was through FTX, and you showed me the QR code, and I tried to get it, but it was a regional thing, so I couldn't get it in Canada. So I have no exposure. Although I did have the app download on my phone, which I promptly deleted, this week.
Yeah, I didn't
Bas-
open. I went to my app and I got the you need to update
yeah,
notification. I was like, you ain't getting me. Even
right.
though I wanted to click it, I didn't. All right, well, that's great. Yeah, y'all in Canada, you had like one of the first exchanges debacles, right? Isn't there a Netflix documentary on God, which one was it? Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I could totally see it though, because we're a little bit further ahead as far as crypto adoption. I've noticed. I think that a lot of that tailors to the U.S. is just so big. You have so many different regions, have so many different laws when it comes to it. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think of things like Silk Road
Quadriga.
and oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah. Trust no one, Quadriga. Yeah.
X-Files of crypto exchanges.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll talk, I guess, some more about where we go next, but I just want to get to Sandy. Last but not least, what was your exposure to last week?
I mean, I definitely had a fair bit of ETH that took a punch at the start, but I feel like ETH came back pretty well, so
Okay.
I wasn't too exposed. And in terms of storing stuff at FTX, like my exposure is pretty much entirely crypto.com or held within my own wallet.
Okay,
Right on.
excellent. And so, and
But like what I have in crypto.com, I take everything I can out of there as soon as I buy it on there. The only stuff I have in there is like the stuff that's staked. So that's stuck in there for 100 more days, no matter what I do.
right,
Yeah.
which is their token, right? The Crow
Yeah.
CR.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
definitely
don't
took
know
a
how
hit,
I feel
but
about crypto.com.
Yeah, this is a friendly advice, not financial advice. If you
Yeah.
have anything on crypto.com, some of the latest rumors are you got to watch out with that exchange. So it may be a good idea to explore that and move those funds ASAP.
I heard that about KuCoin as well.
I think people are saying that about everybody now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now
Like
it's almost like
now it's a witch hunt.
Right.
yeah. And like they're gonna cause somebody to collapse from like just it's gonna be a self-fulfilling type thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, a run on the banks is going to lead to issues
Right,
no
like
matter what. Like that's just how a lot of these are functioning like banks. So
right,
taking all
which
your
is
money out does not end
crazy
well for them.
because I've seen in the last few days I've seen a lot of people posting the Bitcoin white paper, right? And like in the first few paragraphs, it says something to the effect of like peer-to-peer currency, don't need financial institutions, you're in control of your crypto. And it's like it's almost like that meme with the bicycle and the stick and jamming it in the front tire. It's like, you know, this is not how it was supposed to go. Like we weren't supposed to go back to large financial institutions corrupt and controlling everything. Like, what are we doing? Like, why did this happen? And I feel like the answer is because people are inherently stupid and lazy and will take the route of least resistance. So the intelligence and effort that it's going to take currently to like set up a cold wallet or wallet period. Like, I mean, Badger, think back to like setting up your Wax wallet. Like, had you not had somebody walking you through that, like you would have given up and have been like, yeah, fuck this. Like, I'm not right. Unless you had to, and maybe you would have Googled how to buy wax, and then you would have probably been pointed to some, you know, central exchange.
Yeah, no, that I mean to be specific there, the Wax wallet was quite easy to set up. It was obtaining wallet
Oh,
back
buying a
back
fit. Yeah, yeah,
obtaining
yeah.
Wax back in the day was a challenge for me, and that took me a long time to figure out.
Yeah, you're right. The creating the wallet wasn't the problem. It was funding the wallet, I think, right?
and
Yeah.
and that's not so much funding, because actually that was during a hot NFT market. So there was this is also when some of the marketplaces offered easily accessible the latest drops, and you can see what the free drops were. And so there was actually quite a lot of value in this. And starting off new, and somebody that doesn't know anything, you could easily obtain free NFTs and turn them into wax, and then grow slowly but surely
Right.
from there.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
but then
Yeah.
it
That was the way
was
to go.
it
bad old
was when
days,
the
eh?
drops happened that I wanted to buy it, and I needed wax for. I needed wax, and it was the challenge was, how do I get that wax? Until Binance US added wax, it was challenging.
Yeah.
Crypto.com always made wax pretty easy. Well, as soon as they added it, but
Yeah, because it
I
wasn't
guess it's
always
like a
there
year
either, right?
ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. About that. Larry, on what was I going to ask next? Damn it! I think I lost my train of thought. What are your thoughts on where does crypto in general go from here? I know we've seen tweets from CZ and et cetera saying like we've been set back like 3 or 4 years now in crypto. What are your feelings on that?
I don't know if it's that bad, but it's obviously he also sees himself kind of alluded to, like when something like this fails, like it's kind of it is kind of a step back. It kind of drags the whole market down. The FTX failing does hurt Binance, even though they're probably direct competitors and they wanted to kind of buy them out. Um, I don't know. Like I like to think this encourages more people just to learn what it takes to put something into cold storage, what it takes, because you mentioned the white paper, like the first paragraph there, like it says peer to peer,
Right.
no centralization needed. Like this is kind of an opportunity for people to kind of see the value in that. Holding your own keys is very important. It's super valuable. Like what happened with FTX would not affect you if more people held their own keys to their own, their own wallets and
Right.
stuff like that. So I hope this encourages more people to do it. I also do kind of think it like a glass half full. This kind of shakes out the paper hands, the gamblers, things like that. A few of them got, they probably lost their bags and they're probably, running for the hills now. And that's not the kind of people we want, in the crypto space.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like a large percentage of this generation of potential users like dipped their toes in, and a large percentage got fucking burned
I
between
believe
the
that.
NFT up and down, and then now this, and then I don't know. I don't want to be doomsday, but I don't think it's good at all. Sam, what are your thoughts on the state of things in crypto?
It might get worse.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Although there was an interesting tweet from Edward Snowden of all people. Did y'all see that one?
I know.
So last time Snowden was like, I think now is a good time to buy ETH or something. Like it was the time to buy it, and then he referenced that and said it again. At least that was my interpretation of the tweet. And yeah, I guess it's just kind of interesting. I don't know, when is the next halving? Is the next halving next year? Do either of you know that, or any of you know that?
Was it 2024? I think.
I
I,
think
I
it
don't know
was.
exactly, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. So shit, that's a long way away, right?
Yeah, as far as like a catalyst event, yeah, it's pretty far.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward. Like, I mean, I already have a bleak outlook on 2024 being an election year here. So it's like, fuck, man.
Oh, right.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Um,
I don't know if it's that simple. I think there's a lot uncontrollable. I think some of this is kind of expected. If you look at the early internet age, and when there was a lot of startups that were in the system doing something with the web, there was a shakeup. I mean, I applied that analogy, a year and a half, 2 years ago when I first got into space. Like, hey, there's going to be a shakeup, and that question comes from, like, when you first get into the space, you see a list of 1,000 different cryptocurrencies. It's like, how do you know which one is good? And everyone that stops you in the street and says, like, oh, you know something about blockchain, so which cryptocurrency should I buy? I'm like, buy Bitcoin. No, I want the one that's gonna 100x. I'm like, well, yeah,
Right.
we all want that one. And so my
Yeah.
point is, you don't know. That's why, NFT Gamer TV kind of exists, is to be able to study and analyze projects and deep dive and analyze smart
Right.
contracts and teams, so that we can pick and choose. And at the end of the day, we may all be wrong, but it's a judicious analogy on deciding, like, what project to go after, as opposed to just a random draw the pick. And having said that, there's going to be a shakeup, and there's going to be companies that are going to be like, oh, rah, 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 we're all of this. And then at the end, Caroline happens, and sweet Caroline, the end, this is what she wrote about, and we move on. Like, I don't think the shakeup is over. That's the sad part. I'm not trying to
What
create
does
any FUD.
Caroline have to do with it? I saw that video on Twitter, and it was awesome. I want to actually go find it. It was like a summary event, but I don't get the reference. What is it? What's the reference?
Well, I'm not sure which video you talk about, but apparently Caroline and Sam had relations, and so there's some, I don't know,
Who's Caroline?
Sam's girlfriend.
The girl, yeah, the nerdy
Oh,
girl.
that's her name.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was
She's also
something.
the CEO of
Alameda.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Alameda
Yeah.
is the one that said that, like, maybe they have some of these funds that were potentially maybe taken out of FTX, and I don't know. This is all just what's on social media and what's available out there. I don't know that we're going to hear the end of it anytime soon, but I don't think it's done. There's still some development. Like, there's still
Oh yeah,
social
that is
media
her name.
tweets flying, and but my point is, there's going to be a shakeup. I don't think it's over, to Sam's point, and uh, uh, from this, we're going to shake up
Yeah.
what's left. There can't be much more dirt left in this space. The space is not that big. We all know each other, and we got to grow from here. And hopefully, all of this will only speed up regulation, which is what mainstream is waiting for further adoption. And in addition to, remember when Meta or Facebook changed its parent company name to Meta, and that had a stimulus in the market, and Meta names sort of like ran for about 6 months. Well, Apple is making splash waves, coming up with a AR VR headset that's going to give Meta a run for it, and there's even rumors that Apple's developing their own metaverse. So, like, that's you're talking about adoption of the industry ahead of regulation from a major player in any space.
Right. Sam, how do we feel about regulation? Positive, negative, indifferent?
I mean, that's such a like broad
Right.
like way to ask that, because it completely depends on the regulation. Like, I think it's necessary to some degree, but heavy regulation is just going to slow progress.
Now, Doomy
And
says
hurt the
all three.
space.
We feel negative, positive, and indifferent on it, all three.
Yeah, that's the right answer. 'Cause
Yeah.
I could feel that way. I could feel any of those emotions depending on what the regulation is.
Regulation. I'm going to do what I want.
Right.
I was
Larry,
in an argument the other day with somebody saying like that it's a global asset, and so it shouldn't be treated on like a national level or taxed in that way. And they were not having that argument at all. But I feel like there's somewhat of a point there. Like,
there certainly is. Without a doubt, there is.
like I feel like it's gonna have to be its own asset class with like its own tax
Right.
structuring at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Of course it is, but just like gold is a global asset. It's not a natural asset. However, depends on depending on where you go, every nationality is going to have their own regulations in regards to gold, or how much gold you have, or declare, or whatever the story is. And so
Yeah, I hope we
that
don't go that route.
but this is where it's important for us to get involved and know what bills are being passed by our congressmen and senators, and know to get involved and know to speak up, to educate them, to like, hey, you can't. And so that's why, when there's big bills like that, I've often shared in the past, this past summer, this
Yeah,
summer was
yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
about
You're very
regulation.
active. Yep.
I would
Yeah, yeah.
share like, hey, speak up, reach out to your local reps. We can't let this pass, not because beyond the fact that it was stupid and didn't make sense. It just meant that they didn't know any better. We have to educate them for them to be able to establish regulation that makes sense.
Right. And I feel like this FTX thing is really damaging. All right, to those who don't understand that like we gave the keys to some fucking idiot and let him drive home drunk speeding in the wrong lane. You know what I mean? Like Larry, and on that note, right? So take everything that we now know about the shit show behind FTX. So say that we know all of that, right? But it's peak FTX time, right? So it's like this token is whatever the peak was, right? For it's skyrocketing. Uh how do you personally how do you move forward? Like, how do you react to that? Like, you know that this is a disaster behind closed doors, but it's moving. What do you do?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, I would try to tell people as much as I could, and try to educate them as best as I could. But obviously, getting that insider knowledge is pretty, it's
Right,
pretty different. Like, it's a lot different now than what we thought it might have been before. Like, if someone was told me this stuff about CZ, Binance, and
right,
I would probably tell everyone I could, sell everything you have in Binance, get the hell out. Even before it peaked, even after it peaked, like, to me,
right,
it's not about the price. It's about, the technology,
right,
the CEO, the CTO, all that stuff, the white paper, what the tokens can actually do. Because I see it, everything I invest in, like, me, I really like to look at the long-term horizon. I don't trade things. I don't, invest for the sake of just short-term gains. Like, I want to buy something and hold on to it and either reap the
right.
rewards or support someone who I think is actually good for the space. And if a project came out, like, with all the things you mentioned, and I knew all the red flags, I would just, get out of Dodge as quickly as I could.
Okay. And this is gonna be an easy one here for you. As a project founder, is living in an orgy house a red flag?
Yes, yeah, a bit of a red flag, yeah. An interesting one, but yes.
Mm. Okay, very good. Noted. Um,
Wait, I'm curious, who did this? I didn't hear this before.
the uh the 10
Bankman.
the 10 yeah, the 10 executive, like, so they apparently had all of their C-level or executives or the top 10, their board, I don't know. It was all the people at the top. They all were living together in some mansion in the Bahamas, and each had some type of physical or sexual relationship. Like, they were all paired up, and they all had some romantic history. And it's absolutely insane, because anybody who's spent any time in corporate or even, I would imagine, like, in most uh curriculums for business, like, they don't say, like, you can't be in relationships with your peers. They definitely do for your subordinates, but it's frowned upon just in general, and at certain levels it's prohibited. And there's a reason for that, because as the saying goes, business never personal, right? You can't be sleeping with somebody and things not be personal, period. Like, that'll never happen, right? And so you're asking for a fucking disaster, man. 10 people on your board, your entire, you know, everybody making decisions, they're all sleeping with each other. Are you fucking, is this real life?
Brings a
So,
whole new meaning to the phrase C-suite.
oh shit. Damn, yeah, Chicolo Island. Yeah, so I don't, I just know that part that that was reported. 10 of them all had romantic relationships. Crazy. Damn, the Eagles score. I didn't see who scored. Let's go. All
Oh,
right.
she got the game on the back, right? Yeah, good call.
Yeah, somebody scored and I didn't see because I was talking with you guys. I can't believe you have me on here on Eagles Monday night. I'm just kidding. All right, let's talk about the week in wax. What do we have coming up that we need to talk about?
Well, first thing tomorrow would be Upland, which again is not technically wax, but it's wax related. And
Yeah.
they're having the Rio expansion. So I think this is
Ooh.
expansion number 3 for them. I think they've already had, or
Yeah.
I guess drop number 3, whatever you want to call it. This is the 3rd event for Rio, which is a lot. I mean, they're kind of building that one up, but I assume it's in anticipation of the World Cup because
It
Brazil,
is. Yeah, that is correct.
they're favorites to win it, and
Oh, they are.
I think they are literally the favorites. I think it's them and Argentina. I think they're number 2. I was looking at it before for something else I'll tease later in the show. Yeah, so they're doing another expansion. 25% are going to be FSA properties. There's no new collections. All the collections are out already. So whatever's available, you can get them off that. There's one landmark, which I assume will be an auction. And there's 26,000 new properties. So I don't know how heavy I will go into this as far as myself. I right now, I just like looking at old cities and finding things that are under mint. I stack my divvies for like a week or 2, and I'll find something that's like 85%, and I'll just take it, roll with it.
Yeah. Cool. And do we have what else do we have? Would we have another Funko drop next week?
Yeah, no, tomorrow, The Matrix, which is one I'm much more excited about personally, because I love the Funko stuff. It's done pretty well for me as far as either flipping it or, mostly just flipping it and then buying the select Funkos I want. Like the Hanna-Barbera one just had their redemption date, and I bought all the standards for 10, and I think I sold them all for like 14, something around there. Even with the fees, like I'll take that as profit, and then I'll use the profits from that. And I think I bought the was it the horror one, the redeemable for the horror. So I kind of keep flipping it forward, and there's some profits to be had along the way. But I've just been much more selective because I never liked opening the pack. The pack experience opening it sucked for me most of the time. Maybe I got to open more stuff on stream, get that streamer magic.
Right. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, like I guess that's what I'm missing out. But when you open a pack of and they're just all commons, and you lose like 95% of your value like that, that leaves you with a terrible feeling.
Yeah, agreed. Sandy, are you excited for The Matrix? Do you even know what The Matrix is? It was just like a sci-fi
Why
series.
are you asking that question?
He lives in the Matrix, TV.
Yeah, I live in the Matrix.
The original metaverse.
Oh yeah, there you go. Shit.
No,
you
that was
excited
Second
for the
Life.
Right on.
The Matrix tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens on secondary on this one probably. I feel like the last one's been rough. This is a pretty big IP, but I don't know. I need to go look through it too to see if they even like chose characters that I would freak out about or like get super excited for.
The main one, the Grail, is the Neo dodging bullets. I can tell you that. And then one of the legendaries is the girl, the Trinity, doing that jump thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool one too. And then the other ones were kind of meh, honestly. Like you figure they'd have the guy holding the pills. Like, come on, Morpheus.
Yeah.
They don't
Especially
have
in
Morpheus
like the
holding the
NFT
pills?
space.
No, they got Morpheus in the karate training stuff.
I mean, if you do an NFT and you don't do the pills,
right?
Yeah,
with the funny glasses. I do worry about, like you say, like Matrix is a strong IP, but like there's only so many identifiable characters. Like even the stuff I looked at, like I act like I know it, but like I had to kind of rehash.
There's like
everything
4, right?
Yeah, like there's only like 4 or 5 that you might be able to name.
I feel like I've also been like terrified of buying Funko packs because I got super lucky on the last ones that I bought and pulled like 2 legendaries in the same pack. So after that, I was like, I don't know if I should buy Funko packs anymore. I feel like that was a sign that those were my last packs.
Good question.
Yeah.
What's the breakdown on packs?
18,000, or it's 18,750 to be exact, which is it's an okay number. It's on the lower end of the scale that we've seen for a while. You know, but that was my only thing as far as like, is it a strong enough IP to host up towards of 19,000 packs? I don't know. Like, I feel like Funko, they have their numbers, so it's like right on the line. You know, like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, so 1,000 Grail. Yeah, there it is. There.
I mean, okay, so Larry, so just get in line and get for me. You don't have to get for yourself.
Yeah, right. I'll get my 1,000 tabs open.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
these guys were this was like Matrix 2, I think, right? Or
That's
3?
pretty cool.
Yeah.
The twins, like, look how they split up right on the NFT. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, and then another Neo, right?
Yeah. I was surprised they didn't have the bad guy, the agent guy.
Agent
Aiden Smith.
Smith.
Yeah.
Yes, that is odd. I wonder why.
But they always do this with stuff like
Well,
I feel
'cause
like they always
is
save
Freddy-
some stuff.
Freddy Funko's Neo.
I guess he is Neo there. At first, I was thinking he was Agent Smith.
Yeah, where the fudge is
They
Agent
should have
Smith?
done him as Agent Smith.
Yeah, agreed. All right. Anything else we need to know about Bunko Tuesday? Oh shit! So Tuesday, we'll also have a Crypto release, right?
Nice.
Yeah, we got a crazy Tuesday lined up tomorrow. Yeah, it's gonna be insane. At least like my schedule is gonna be insane. But I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, hopefully we get to stream some of that. I tried to get a preemptive hyperlink, but we don't know what it's going to be yet. So just stay tuned, and we'll be streaming some encryption. Freddy's
Taco don't
Neo, and the part of
stop.
the worst animation in Matrix history. Ooh.
Yeah.
Pole dancer.
I vaguely remember that scene.
All right. Up next, we have shit. What's going on with it? NFL all day.
Not a lot of good stuff. But before we move on that, just a heads up on some Funko stuff. On next Wednesday, Jay and Silent Bob is having their snapshot. So if you got any stuff from
Okay.
there,
Oh yeah, I missed that. I'm sorry.
just plan accordingly with that. And then on Friday, the 25th, the My Little Pony redemption ends. So again, just plan accordingly for this stuff, because the way Funko does these drops, there's always something happen. Something's opening up, something's closing. You know, you just kind of want to be prepared if you're into that stuff.
I hate this.
Yeah,
website.
and Larry can't wait to get his little pony.
My Little
Yeah,
Pony,
I got a
man.
pony coming. Do you have a pony coming? I have. Alcy gave me a pony.
Oops.
I
Nice
don't
of her.
actually. That was the only Funko drop I've sold at a loss.
Oh, come on.
It's the only. It was like the day before Snapshot. I either had to open all my packs or sell it at a loss, and it's not an IP I'm super, hyped up about. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Badger.
I worked in the toys department at Target a long time ago, and
Oh no shit.
there was actually some collectors that, besides the people that waited for the store to open, that was a reference to an old Marvin's commercial, or Marvin's. They would literally wait for the door to open. They would go through all the Hot Wheels cars and pick out whatever was stocked overnight, something that may be rare or whatever new. And there was some that also checked the My Little Ponies. Kid you not. So like,
Huh.
I was partly joking, making fun of My Little Ponies, because like I saw that, I'm like, I'm not minting no My Little Pony. But then there's some collectors after that. There's some value there as well.
Yes, sir.
I believe that.
All right, and then so yeah, I think I've already put my redemption in for that. Jay and Silent Bob said, I think we're good here, right?
Yeah. That was just a couple of
Cool. What else we got rolled in that stream writers?
Yeah, we did get rolled. It
You
happens.
there, my ponies. All right, pause, babe. We will not badmouth your ponies. What's going on with the foosball, Larry?
Well, the market has tanked pretty bad for NFL all day over the last month or so. Basically, along with everything else, like let's be real, a lot of the markets have tanked since was it mid September? I think was like the high point. But they're still trying. They're still hosting events. They're still doing some things. They paused their playbook for this week, and now they're gonna host a drop coming up at the end of
They
this week.
paused the playbook for what reason?
I think it was a planned pause. I think a couple weeks ago they announced that they were going to just have like a bye week because I think this week was like a lot of teams were on bye anyways, so there weren't as many opportunities
Oh,
for players
right.
because there's always that one bye week where there's like a ton of teams not playing. So I
Right.
think they just wanted to have a bye week, maybe gives their devs a rest, just sync some things up like that. And now they're kind of reevaluating how they do it because they're worried about the ebbs and flows of the marketplace. Does bye week actually put more selling, or sorry, does playbook actually put more selling pressure than buying pressure? How does it affect sentiment, things like that? Which I'm all for. I was all in on the playbook. I loved it personally.
Yeah.
I hated the value and buying into it, things like that. But I got a pretty full fleshed out collection, so I would only need to buy like one minor piece, maybe most weeks, not like all of it. So my perspective is a little bit different, especially after learning from Top Shot. You don't want to buy all into all these challenges all the time. That is a recipe for disaster. You're going to lose money.
Yeah.
So now we're just going to see what they do. They got a regular pack drop coming up. They've got blend mechanics associated with it. A bunch of different blends for like all-star elite players that have had like really good games. Like
Yeah.
there's a moment for Kelsey when he had 4 touchdowns, things like that. And they're being very judicious about how they release things just because market sentiment's in the tank, and it's not just for all day, it's kind of for a lot of things that we deal with, unfortunately, crypto and NFTs. But yeah, I don't know, I'm probably not going to buy the drop, honestly. My whole thing is let the drop happen and then just buy afterwards whenever I want, because there's always flippers, and there's basically more flippers in NFL all day than hodlers. So a day or two after the drop, usually that weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be surfing for some deals. And if there's anything I like, then I'll cop those. But if not, I'm not going to go in heavy on it personally.
Shit, and Digicon is this week. God damn it. Is it already?
Dude, yeah, right?
Yeah, this weekend.
And so we're not set up on that, are we? Yet we're in, but we're not completely set up. Is that accurate?
Well, from my understanding, what you said in Discord is that the video and content needs to be updated. So otherwise,
Yeah,
we're
okay.
set
All right.
up, but with just outdated info.
But you
So
know how to do that, right?
yeah.
If I got it, yeah.
We just got to update video link
Damn.
and or any other info that not
Yeah,
relevant.
add that onto our schedule this week. It's fucking nuts, dude. All right. So let's talk about Digicon. That starts when?
It starts Friday, like early in the morning, like super early for all of us. So, and it's a 3-day thing. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The big thing always, the main event, it's always the Saturday, kind of in the afternoon for me, or kind of, late morning for you guys on the West Coast. I guess you're more central. Like for some reason, I keep thinking you're West Coast, even though I know you guys are all in Texas Central Time. But yeah, it's classic. Digicon's been around for a long time. Digicon 12. This one is 3-day event.
I was
There's always
only on 12. Also, it's whatever.
right. I know. I feel like it's like every long weekend there's a Digicon, right? But yeah, I love to see it. I'll hit it up. Lately with the Digicons, I always wish I went earlier. I always go like Sunday evening and check out a couple booths and hit up that swag booth, put in my addresses, and then see what I get in a month. I always wish I had more time to spend at Digicon, but I always like forget about it. I don't know about you guys, but I always just forget about it until like the last minute, and I'm like, ooh, free goodies, I got to try and get it.
Yeah. Damn, I kind of shell shocked now because I didn't realize it was coming up this quickly. Here's the spiel here. More protein, fewer carbs. Fuels a plant-based meal with 14 grams of protein plus a balanced macro ratio. What's a macro ratio, Sam?
Like your macros is in like your fat and protein content that you're getting, like macronutrients.
Ah,
I think it's basically just the way I've heard macro used is it's just like the broader, I guess like calories and stuff would be part of my macro nutrition, but micronutrition is actually looking at like vitamins and stuff
gotcha.
and the smaller parts of the
Well,
nutritional value. I don't really know, to be honest.
Right.
You're asking
Okay.
somebody
Then you
that chose
crawl.
this because they want food to be easier, not because they want to make it more complicated.
That's funny. There's a good joke there. That's funny. Badger, just one more thing on Digicon while I'm thinking of it. Like I can, you know how to do everything here, right?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Oh yeah, I'm
Great.
gonna be out of town this weekend too. I'm gonna be at DesignerCon with Priscilla.
Yeah. Tell us about DesignerCon. I'll get us lined up on our next, and I guess roll us into our last couple things, and then we can get set up on some games. I think, right?
I'm just trying to buy cool toys while I'm there. That's what
What
DesignerCon
is
is
what?
gonna be for me.
Tell me what I don't even know what it is. What
A
is
giant
Designer-
toy convention,
Interesting.
but like designer toys, like
What's a
Funkos
designer
at
toy?
DesignerCon. You taking pictures of us?
Yeah, what's a designer toy? Like I
Like
don't even know.
Funko?
Oh.
I was thinking, like, would it be like one of those like hand painted, custom like Star Wars
Or
figurine,
stuff
that
like
type of
that.
thing?
Like these are the ones that I really want to get.
Are you going
the-
to it, Sam? Yeah, that's what I think we
That's
just
what we
established.
just said. Yeah.
Hey man, I'm just
Bro.
asking, and Goddard just scored. God damn it, 14.
I think you're
Let's go
distracted.
Birds.
These are the toys I really want to get. I don't know if
Oh,
y'all
look
have
at
ever
that.
seen
You
these
see that?
figures. The Bear Bricks. I think that's what they're called. I can't see because
Yeah.
it's covering it. But yeah, I really want to try to get one of those.
Say
Because my sister's
what?
been collecting those for a really long time. So that would like blow her mind as a Christmas gift, I think. She'd be excited.
Well, I hope you didn't just ruin the Christmas gift.
You think she watches the stream?
You think my family and friends watch me on stream?
I make sure they don't.
You block your IP from them.
Yeah.
They don't see any of this.
They can get their content elsewhere. Otherwise, I would be way too nervous on stream.
So how big is that thing?
I'm gonna bet that's like forearm length.
Okay, all right. I wasn't sure because it looks like a Lego thing if it was like tiny.
It's probably like, or I guess longer than a forearm. I'd bet it's like 2 to 3 feet tall.
Oh wow, that's bigger than I
So
thought.
it's like a
What
toddler.
she said.
Or not a toddler. It's kind of the size of a baby, but
Yeah, and
What am I
isn't
trying to look
Valor and Venom going to this? Didn't I see something about that?
yes.
Cool.
Where is it?
Um,
Anaheim.
Going
think
back
so.
to Cali.
yeah, it's in Cali, Anaheim. It's this is such great design. Blue text on a blue background.
Yeah. Shout out UI.
I love it.
designers.
And then you're coming to Miami?
Right.
Apparently,
yeah,
I'm getting freaking dragged there against my will.
what was it
Sank
again?
Child. I have a
Badger?
little Sank toy.
Here, let's make you.
I actually have a few of them.
What is that?
Sank the Child. It's a toy brand. I still have a whole bunch to give away too. We have like 12 of them for when we start getting those golden tickets going.
Yeah, that's going to be.
And we have ledgers and
Yeah,
we gotta
we're
get
gonna
going.
do some fun things tonight, and get those tickets minted out by tomorrow's stream on Taco Tuesday.
You know, I have like 10 minutes left, right? I feel bad saying that.
Oh, you have something where you have to go.
Yeah.
You have
Right,
somewhere better
all right,
to
yeah,
be?
yeah.
Not
not a
better.
problem.
I wouldn't call it better. Oops. I didn't realize my screen is still up. There we go.
Yeah, and Mount Doomy. No, well, oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I guess I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you have two of them coming to you. I believe so. Yeah, let's
You
get
can't
some.
burn mint #1.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
It would kill me.
So, in light of the push and just overall emphasis on cold storage and whatnot, Sandy and I wanted to give away some ledgers. Is that right, Sandy?
Yeah, we have one for tonight, and then there will be more in the pool. I feel like we shouldn't blow
Right.
them all right away,
Right.
but definitely give one away tonight.
Yeah, and then whoever it is, we'll see how fast we can get that to them, and then maybe that's when we'll circle back on the tutorial stream. But I don't know what we can do that whenever.
I
Y'all
still need
know.
to set mine up, so we'll just do a stream where you and I set ours
Yeah,
up. Oh, I like this
also,
new UI.
yeah.
Ooh, when's that stream? I got one to set up also. I've never done it.
Yeah, dude. Soon.
Yeah,
Like, so we need to
we should
figure
all
out
just
who's
do it
doing
next week. Honestly,
Yeah, like
It's
we
a
gotta get
big
this winter.
mean,
company
like-
meeting.
Let's go tomorrow night. Shit. It's important stuff.
Yeah, overnight.
Exchanges are
overnight.
failing left and right. Can't
Yeah.
I can't do it until next week. But
We
we should
only
definitely
got
do
so
it
much
next week.
time.
Yeah.
I need to
We should
get
do it
my-
like next Thursday as a dev stream.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I have, speaking of, I have confirmation from Josh Stratton of Stratton Studios for Thursday. So he and I will be chatting it up, talking technical wax stuff and gaming stuff. If y'all don't know who Josh is, he's the founder of Costume Clash, right? Right, Sandy?
Yeah, if you don't know who Josh is, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking up in life if you don't know who he is. But we'll forgive you and we'll bring you up to speed on it. Owns a couple game development studios that work with some pretty big gaming companies, and is bringing some cool stuff to the wax space.
I'm all for it, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't think we were quite finished with the
We were not.
chart. I just wanted to get this going so that we could.
Which I'm
see-
very excited to figure out how I get on the list for the next item.
for the what?
I,
Oh,
How I get
I
on
think-
the list.
Next item on the list. But yeah,
This-
tell us
this
about the
next-
Bugatti drop.
yeah, this one's all you, Badger, man. Let us know.
Ooh, Bugatti. Sure, let's talk about Bugatti. What color is your Bugatti?
Oh my. Corolla beige.
Midnight blue.
Funny, half the people that come in there ask that question, or at least some of those that speak up, or some of those that thought that that's the auto brand.
So
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
the auto brand that we're talking
It
about.
is not the auto brand.
How is
Bugatti-
that not an infringe? Like how is it not trademarked? I guess
They've been
first of
around
all?
for so long.
So both.
So one of
both-
them doesn't have a trademark, and the other one swooped in, or
both brands are aware of each other and have an
Mhm.
agreement between each other to use that brand name and not infringe on either's rights in any way.
yeah, but one's bigger than the other one, and it sucks to not.
But
be
they're in
that way.
completely separate fields of
You're right. Yeah.
what they're selling.
One makes cars, the other one makes everything else that's not cars. And I say that the main one doing the
Mhm.
drop is the Canadian-based company that makes all the bags and luggages and accessories. There's also a European partner there that's also Bugatti that makes clothes. The Canadian company does not make the clothes, but they're all the same brand, and Bugatti Group is one responsible for everything else outside of the car. So the car manufacturer is Bugatti that makes cars. They don't really make anything else. They don't make clothes. They don't make luggages. They don't make bags. That's where Bugatti Group comes in. And Bugatti Group's been around since 1980. Wait, not 1980.
I think
Um,
63.
no, wait, it's been around for 84 years. Uh, uh, Wherever that puts us, my math is off right now. And they make quality merchandise that can compete with some of the higher luxury brands as far as from quality perspective and what they're made out of and how they function and everything else. I'm not trying to talk up their products, but uh, they are launching their collection after probably about a year and a half in the making, if not longer. They're having a Fidgeto experience, which TD, I know you're a big fan of Fidgeto experiences, where uh, their NFT is serving well, it's got a lot of utility built into it. It's going to be a mint pass for all their future drops. And why the future drops matter is because Bugatti Group as a group owns 12 different brands, including Reebok, including Blackpink, including Rolling Stones. And so 12 different brands fall under the Bugatti Group umbrella, and they have planned collections for each one of those high end name brands um, to do NFTs with. But the only way you can access those NFTs from the mint is if you hold this Genesis Bugatti Group NFT that's minting this Friday. In addition to these NFTs, not only serve as a minting pass, but they also uh, good percentage of them or have a physical claim where you can claim a product based on which rarity it gets, or anything uncommon
Yeah.
or higher has a different type of product attached to it, up to and including a inflatable paddleboard from their KMB partnership brand. And if you do happen to be the lucky one that gets the mythic, you also get a trip, a beach trip. There you go. So the mythic on the bottom right there, the green
Yeah,
one, gives you a beachside vacation, 5 or 7
want
days.
this
Don't
one.
quote me on the days, but
Can I
it is
just choose to
included.
mint this one?
Yeah, you can choose to mint and pray
And
for
then
it, and
mint again and again.
maybe if you mint on stream, given your luck, Sam, you can have
Stream your
streamer's
luck.
luck and mint the mythic. But
But
even the
Friday's just a mint
legendaries.
pass, is what you're saying, right?
No. The mint pass is all of this. So all of these utilities come with the mint pass. The mint pass is in addition to everything else that the utilities provide.
Okay, so mint pass will have different rarities to it. Okay.
Yes, so it's going to be a PFP style NFT. So
Why
the
is it
art,
called a mint pass instead of just like the NFT?
uh, well, it's not called a mint pass. It's called the Genesis Collection. Um,
Okay.
but it's referred to as a mint pass to future drops that the Bugatti Group creates around the
Okay.
12 brands that they own. Um, Reebok being their most recent one that they acquired a few months ago. And they do have a play with customized PFP. So, like one of the utilities is you'll be able to take an NFT that you have IP rights to in your wallet and put that on a piece of luggage and uh, claim that, burning your NFT. Like that would be a burn mechanism to where if you decide I don't want this NFT, but I do want a bag, you can still get a, a physical piece out of it, but you don't necessarily also want to burn it because there's a lot of utility. And one of the latest utilities that was just added last week is a 55% off any future purchase off of their Web2 store, which is all their merchandise. So that's huge. You can't get that anywhere else. 55% off, in addition to $100 off of any purchase of 250 or more. That's a one-time use, and it cannot be combined with a coupon that gives you half off. Uh, and if you study the utilities on their website, it actually goes a lot deeper into that per rarity based on which rarity you get. And there's going to be blend mechanisms. I'm happy to say that, given what I know
That's
on
cool.
Wax, blending mechanisms haven't been used a whole lot on Ethereum. They have been used in one way or another. They've been called fusion or whatnot or mixing, but like to what we're used to on Wax as far as blending, this collection is probably pioneering that on Ethereum. And so they will have recipes of several different NFTs where even after you claim your physical products attached to them, you'll be then able to take your NFTs, blend them for a higher rarity, and still get another physical product out of it.
That's pretty cool, man.
How
Yeah,
does
you don't see
somebody
a lot
get
of
on the
that.
whitelist?
Um, The allow list is you have to join Discord and sort of interact. There's a lot of opportunities. There's several different giveaways going on, especially this week because we're so close to mint. So just getting into Discord and interacting with the daily activities. There's games, there's tweets, multiple announcements happening on all day long. And so there's a lot of opportunities. Or you can also, you know, open up a ticket and say, "Hey Badger, I saw you on the Wax stream, and I want to be on the allow list, and I will make sure you get on the list." The deadline for the allow list is the 16th. Mint is Friday, so it's 2 days before that. But by all means, if you're interested, I think not financial advice, do your own research. But given that you can buy physical products, which you're probably going to buy anyways, and this gives you 55% off, to me, it's almost silly not to buy the NFT, because even if you claim the product, use the coupon. There's for life coupon left with that NFT. You can always resell it for a value that's going to give value to someone else. So it's very very
Right.
uniquely played, and I'm very excited about this mint.
Yeah, I like it. All right, Sandy. I tried to get as many participants into this as we can. It looks like we jumped a little bit. Might make it to 40, maybe. Are we about ready? Do you think?
Yeah, I just went and did exactly what Badger said, and I went and you guys, you have a ticket opened and a tag now.
Let's
Nice.
go.
I said,
Badger
"Hi,
told
Badger. I
me.
saw you on stream."
Yeah. Yeah. All right, dude. If you're not in, I feel sorry for you missed out. I think this is it. Sandy, are you in? I'm in. We're doing
No,
great,
because
man.
I'm about to
We're
say I need to dip.
you're about to do what?
Say that I need to go.
What the fuck? All right, all good, dude. Are we recording this? I think it always records. Yes.
Yeah,
All right, Sandy.
guaranteed it stays on our YouTube.
Hey, what?
So
Just really quick,
we'll be
what
there for
ledger
sure.
are we giving away? Do we have it?
Yeah,
you know
let me
what-
go grab it. I'll show it.
Cool. All right.
Well, I loved hearing about all that utility, Badger.
Funny enough, Sam did that, but he's already got an OG row in there because I hooked him up when he first joined like weeks ago. And
no.
he just needs to submit his wallet. But
No,
all
I'm
good. I'll take care of
sacrificing
your
for the
packet.
team here, Jam. I'm trying to keep up.
It is a Ledger Nano X.
Nice.
Ooh, I can
Excellent.
put all my shit coins on there.
So what's the difference between like the S and the X? Do we know?
What they can keep on them.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
memory
really?
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. And which one is better?
Yeah.
Or which one's more
yeah, the
robust,
X.
I guess. The X is. Damn it, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the S back in the day, you can only put like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe you could get another app on it. I know they come out with like the S 2.0 with more memory on it and stuff, but the X,
Yeah,
was,
the S Plus.
yeah, and back in the day, the X was always. I got the X because I needed it for all my shit coins.
Damn. All right. Well, so that's a good one then, right? Are we doing this? Are we really doing this? Let's fucking
Yeah.
go. Get in there.
All right, I'm gonna take off, but y'all have a good rest of the stream.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks,
I think
Badger
that
and
you're
Larry, for
running
showing
this
up.
one, but I think it dips to me though, so I think we're good.
Yeah,
All
it
right, brother.
should, because you should, as long as you joined like logged in as the NFT Gamer TV account, you're
Yeah.
good.
All right, dude. Enjoy your evening. I forget what you're doing, but you can text me later or we'll talk in the morning or something. And
Yeah.
thanks so much, man. Love you. Talk to you later.
See you guys.
Easy, buddy.
Yeah. We're getting a little surge here. I feel bad about starting. Should we give it another 30? I think so. Like we just jumped like 18%, I think.
Well,
What do you
I
think,
want to
Ben?
ask. I want to ask Badger how many are they minting?
77 and 80 total supply, 50 of which will be reserved at the end of the mint for team and giveaways that the founders want to use and do as they please with. And so 7730 OG row price is $155 per NFT. Allow list is $165, so it goes up by $10, and then it opens to the public. OG sale starts at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Um, the allow list sale starts at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, and public sale starts at 5:15 p.m. Eastern, if I recall correctly. And public price will be 185. So you get a discount on the OG, not as big a discount on the allow list, and then public is the full price, which uh, I'm happy to share that that's dropped from where the initial some of the plans were to drive that into the 200s, because of there are physical products attached to that with free shipping, not to the user worldwide. I think, with exception, obviously, of a handful of countries that might have some shipping restrictions. Um, excuse me, but where was I? I lost my thought.
Shipping.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good price, especially when they added that last utility at 55% off. Like, you can, I'm motivated to mint myself, and uh, I'm involved with the project, but I'm definitely going to mint myself a Bugatti NFT. I see the potential there, and
Nice.
the future drops. Like, I can't wait. Like, I can't. I'm not allowed to say what the next drop is. That will be announced during or shortly after Mint, but it will be a big brand out of the 12 brands that they hold.
And so you know about it because, correct me if I'm wrong, you have some type of business relationship with
Yeah,
the project?
our company is an advisor on the project. Yes.
Great. Excellent. I don't mean to throw you on
Just
call that
teasing
out,
us,
but
I imagine.
I feel like that's just important to mention. I think you have to some degree when you're streaming, don't you? If you're getting paid for something to promote it, don't you have to say that? I don't know.
I'm not getting paid to promote it. I'm sharing it because it's an upcoming drop that's quite popular. They have over probably 150 to 200 collaborations with well-established projects. I'm sharing it here more out of information to
Right. I wasn't
and
saying you were
so
shilling. I'm just saying,
right,
like,
right.
from
No, but I'm
like the Twitch perspective or like the broadcasting perspective. Like, I think we're responsible for doing that. I'm not sure though.
there's a difference. Like, yeah, we're not getting paid by that project to share that here. We share a lot of projects here that mm, I don't know that majority, if any of them, are actually paying us to share on
Yeah,
I
here.
wish.
yeah, not
And and
not
it's
like Huel. Flex on your opposition in game and in the real world.
some of you
Huel.
know me a little more personal than majority, and know that I wouldn't share any project that I don't personally believe in.
Right. Agreed. Agreed.
Whether I am an advisor for them or not, like, I don't,
Right.
some
Right.
and I don't advise
Agreed.
projects that I don't believe in. So, I mean, it kind of puts me in a catch-20, but at the same time, like, yeah.
Dude, I think we all should find a product. Like, I don't know. I guess I'd have to find a monster contact to get a monster sponsorship, because I think that's the product that I am most loyal to. Monster Energy. Larry, what about you, man? If you had to pick a sponsor, who would it be?
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like I'd like to pick like some obscure candy
I'm not
bar.
a big drinker, Mount Doomy. Like, I know that, like, recently you've seen me drinking on stream, but like that's just that's phasic, man. Once I get through this cold, like, I think that's just cold season phasic. I'll go back to not drinking again for a while.
I would love to get an alcohol sponsorship. Actually, again, I don't drink a lot, but like, and I missed out on all these alcohol NFTs all the time. So, like, what am I doing here?
Oh, some vape juice. Damn. Yeah, dude. Yeah. All right.
Sure.
Yeah, we were trying. I was gonna try to start at 50 because since it was such a round number, but we're at 52 now. So all right, let's get this started. And then Badger, you could tell me who your sponsor would be.
That's a good question. I'm gonna have to pick something chill and relaxing, like one of those resorts out in the Maldives or something, where like it's just like like zen. Like, granted, the price tag doesn't make it very zen, stressing to get there, but like I'm just talking about like that's what I picture. So like, sponsor me with some zen images, and so like I just want to be at the beach.
Yeah. All
Is
right.
it
I still got
too
a
late to
decent
say
bunch there.
FTX?
Yeah. Right.
Not FTX.
No.
This episode brought to you by.
Yeah, dude, that would have been funny. We should have been prepared for that one.
Oh
For anybody
man.
just joining
Oh,
us,
that would have been hilarious.
yeah, we started the stream off obviously talking about this insane week in crypto, and just what as our contribution or our effort to just try to do whatever we can to help. We're talking about cold storage, and hence that's where this giveaway comes from. Sandy and I have been sitting on some ledgers, surprisingly. What I guess not a lot of good that did, right? Sitting in their packages till now, but I guess I don't know. In hindsight, it's a good opportunity to uh, broach the subject again, get some, give some ledgers away. All right, so we got the Mosquito 420, Dave and Brerpin. Oh shit,
Ooh,
who's it
got me
gonna
too.
be?
Actually, Badger, do you remember that Ledger pass? I think those nanos, the black ones, right? Have you redeemed yours yet?
No, I've been trying to think like, do I redeem it? Do I not? But like recently, someone told me that they're using one for NFTs, one for their crypto. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna redeem it and I'm gonna do the same because I already have another ledger. So I was considering selling because they sent me an NFT, a Redeemo NFT, so which was neat, and you can resell that NFT if you don't want to claim it. But I think I'm gonna claim it at this point. Yes.
Yeah. I might claim it and not open it because it is supposed to be like special edition. I think like the all black is supposed to be like unique. So I think that's because I have one already too, right?
Well, but then why not open it? What are you going to do with it? Save it as for a museum, like in 20, 30
I
years or something?
I'll put it next to my Baby Metal album and my Top Shot digital card.
Is there a deadline for how long we can claim those? Do you know?
I don't know. I assume there is, but who knows? It'd be cool if there wasn't, right? If you could just keep it for however long you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, because the price has kind of been like moving upwards on the resale of those NFTs. It's up to like today. Earlier today, I looked at it, it was at 0.1 ETH. So like, I mean, that's a third of what we paid for the pass. So,
Right? Yeah. Well, I
and
think I
that's
paid a little bit more. I got on secondary, but still.
still, but like that's also about what the price is of a ledger. So it's like, okay, do I get myself a limited edition ledger for a price of an everyday ledger, or do I save and resell it for? I don't know. I'm gonna
Ooh.
claim the ledger. It looks cool, and I
And
need a second one. You know.
I think I
Yeah.
got airdrop something too from that pass.
Shout out
Yeah.
M Lights 98, NFT Gamer TV giveaway ticket will be sent to your wallet. Yeah, the good news is we have more than one ledger to give away. So I think some of them are going into this actual wallet, which would be, I guess, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need to do some different color metal tickets because we have the gold. Maybe I guess we can just throw that in as one of the options. We need to talk through all of that.
Platinum.
Yeah, but I think we have several to give away, so that's cool.
Nice, man. That's super useful.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. All right. What else is there to talk about? Did we hit everything on our agenda here?
I had
So
one last
rare.
thing actually. Yeah, so rare. Which I think you might have been the one who told me about this way back in the day, TD. Back when it was
Yeah,
just soccer stuff and I wasn't super
yeah.
interested.
I came into the NFT space specifically looking at development and specifically from I could just wanting to do something with fantasy sports, which it's whatever the fact that it's never materialized. I got super distracted with Upland, and then life happens. But yeah, man, I was all in. I was in So Rare, and I'm super annoyed with So Rare. I probably won't ever do anything with them again because I have an account or had an account from like 17, I think. And like when they spiked in pop, like something happened with their website, and it lets me get like halfway logged in, but it won't let me reset my. It'll let me reset my password, but then be like, "Oh, you don't have an account." Like what? Like you just fucking sent me a password reset. Like what are you talking about? And I never
That's
reached
weird.
out. Yeah. I'm certain that it was like a database purge or something from being so early on. But I'm annoyed about it, and I don't
I
think I had anything in my wallet, but I don't remember or my
I
account.
can't remember the interface back when you showed it to me, but I remember it was not very friendly. Like it's much
No.
more friendly now. Like it's very easy to just get in there day one and kind of figure out how the mechanics work and stuff.
Yeah, they killed it, I'm sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was
Oh,
the original like Top Shot. Like they were well before Top Shot.
yeah. And it was just soccer, so I mean, it was I don't know,
Yeah.
like I'm sure it's a global brand, right? Like all those soccer teams, most people in the globe know what they are, but because we're North American, right, we want football and basketball and
Yeah.
stuff.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know any of this.
But
Oh, damn, but they're doing NBA now?
that's what
Shit.
I'm saying. That's why it's on here. They just launched it like, I don't know, maybe a week or two ago, NBA, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know. But that's when all the Medium articles started coming out. So that's what piqued my interest. And they got MLB too, even though the season's over. So I
Yeah.
signed up for the NBA stuff. But what I have in my notes here is they're doing a big event for the World Cup, which starts in like, I think less than a week. So you could sign up for all of those today and they'll give you a
Right.
bunch of starter cards. Usually some of them are actually pretty good. I've been learning how the NBA mechanics work mostly. I think I did one soccer event, but I don't know any of the players, so I'm just kind of throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks. But it's very user friendly. It's very easy to start. And the World Cup event's pretty cool. They give you a bunch of free players. Like you have to build it within a budget,
Yeah.
and you know what that's like. It's like DFS style.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
just stack it with the best players. You have to kind of play your budget effectively. But the cool thing is like
Negative.
you
This
pick
is
your
ETH project. Sorry.
yeah, I think it's Ether Polygon, one of those. But I think you pick your players and then you get their club cards after the World Cup. So even if you don't pretend that you're going to win the World Cup, you can still get like a Messi and a Neymar. And like, I don't know much about soccer, but I know who those guys are. And you could get that and get the club card and just, stack your lineup that way. But they're only common cards they give you. You can't sell them. You can only use them for your own account. So it's kind of like building the hustle, sort of.
Yeah.
I've just been building my NBA roster, trying to get better common cards that'll give me a better chance to win
Yeah.
prizes kind of down the road. That's kind of what I've been, very slow playing it and stuff.
Yeah. So is it just me, or like when you see Steph Curry now, do you and Tom Brady, do you like when you see Brady, like you're mad about the FTX, but when like you're Curry, you're like, oh, he's so adorable, he shoots threes. Like I don't know that's how I feel. Like I have no ill will against Steph Curry, but Brady's evil. Like he was in on it somehow. He has to be, right?
Why? Because he
Well,
lost a bunch of money.
They both endorsed it, right? Didn't they both do commercials for FTX? They did, right?
I don't even
Curry and,
know.
and, and Brady, yeah, dude.
No,
I know.
I mean, like
I'm
Sorry.
fairly sure that they both did. I guess I should fact check this before. It doesn't matter. It's just funny to me that
in
I
Brady's
would get.
defense, like he wouldn't have held so much of his personal funds on there if he knew that this was a gimmick and he was going to lose it, or at least what came out publicly anyway. He lost millions of freaking dollars.
You telling me Brady
Yeah,
wasn't in the orgy house? Come on back
he
here.
was in the orgy house, dude, without a doubt.
Isn't he the Christian one? I don't know my
Uh,
football players. They all look
I'm
alike,
thinking of
I know.
especially.
Tim Tebow.
Oh,
No,
is that who the Christian one
no,
is?
that's definitely yes. That is not. That is not who we're talking about.
Hey, they're white and blonde. They all look the same to me.
There you go, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Touchdown.
Yeah. Let's see. Lee's Comics said that he did TikToks. I did see one of them. I think for like some sort of crypto convention.
That's
And I know the
interesting.
Miami Heat had like they peeled the fucking logo off of the ceiling. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like
stadium
yeah,
thing.
they're
Yeah,
like,
like that
whoa.
day it was coming off, there was people sharing pictures from Miami.
He would have to have a negative 1,000 BS meter to not be in on it. Yeah, man. I try to equate it back to like my personal experiences in the NFT space and dealing with project founders and being like, yeah, like something ain't right here. Like I'm out. I can't imagine. Like, I don't know. Is it the money? Because there's always going to be money, especially if said founder is a good scan artist, right? Like they're gonna be successful to a degree. And do you get blinded by that and you just don't care about right or wrong because you're talking about millions or almost billions of money? I don't know, dude.
It's the same thing. It reminds me of Celsius because that guy Mashinsky, like he made millions, probably billions. Like he was a tech giant. He created VoIP. And like now he's just scamming people for crypto. Like it's the same thing with this Bankman Fried guy. Like he was rich to begin with. He didn't need crypto or any of that stuff. Like it's just so weird, man.
Yeah, I just found an article. Brady Curry, among sports figures, set to potentially lose on the FTX sponsorship.
I think they'll be all right. I think they're gonna make it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, like I look at Brady and I'm like, he was in on it, and Steph definitely couldn't have been. He's too adorable.
Well, I'm a Bills fan, so I'm used to Brady just beating us for 20
Right,
years
yeah, dude.
straight to every friggin' game. So,
All right, here we go.
Badger, are you into the World Cup at all?
Only when I used to fly over to Europe and watch it with the locals. Otherwise, here from the US, one, I think local channels don't provide enough coverage, and two, I don't care enough to like subscribe to something to watch it all. My dad does that. I could care less. Like sports is like sports. Toys comes higher than sports. And before toys, there's other stuff. So like it's down low on my priorities. As I was telling TD last week when we were doing a stream on. I keep calling it Ocean's 11.
Cosmos 11?
Cosmos 11. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. Oh, interesting take on that. The name there. Didn't that somehow?
Be extra trainer mode breaking into the bank.
Well, I hung out with Larry IRL like after that, and I'm like, Ocean's 11, Ocean's 11. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh,
Oh, that's right. You guys saw each other. He sent me a picture, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was awesome. I guess you were in shout out Blue Goose Merspletter, the name there. Awesome. Glad to see you win there. Once again, thank you for the sub bomb and congrats on the win. Let's go. So what were you doing? Excuse me. What were you doing in Miami, Larry?
My sister just gave birth a couple months ago, so I was down there to visit the new baby in the family.
Nice.
And that's Badger. She lived just outside Miami.
Cool. And she had a boy, girl?
She had a boy, a little baby boy named Logan.
Yeah, dude. That's what Sandy was doing this last weekend, visiting his nephew, I think, or cousin.
Yeah, man, I got lucky because like I didn't have to change the diapers or anything. I just kind of, they change the diapers and leave him with me for like an hour. He's super cute, like all babies are. So, it was good to see him. Play with his little hands, little toes, and stuff. But I won't go into that.
Hey.
And I met my boy Badger, man. Went out for some dope burgers, and they took me to some
Badger,
Eastern European bar.
From the NFTG crew, you are probably the most met now, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you the most met? I don't know. Zanny and I'm. Nope, you probably have.
No,
I don't know. Zanny might have you though, because don't forget he went to he got Hattie and Nostalgeek in
yes.
Oh, right, across the pond.
and didn't you also meet oh shit, I'm forgetting people's names now. Poison.
Yeah. Willowbar, shout out. BD, I don't know anything. I'm not spreading rumors for any other reason, just because who likes Brady? Nobody. And,
Did you see him try to catch that pass?
oh yeah. And then I saw some pretty funny tweet replies to it, like FTX punchlines.
You know what? I think I found my sponsorship. It's that burger bar we went to, Badger.
Oh no
That'd be
way,
my
dude! What?
sponsor.
That's awesome. No, I
Who
thought
also
about that
sells
Burger King.
NFTs,
I gotta go back to that place. I'm gonna ask him about the NFTs next time.
right? We totally messed
forgot.
up.
We
We
totally
were
forgot.
distracted by the delicious burger.
Cool. Awesome. We had a good stream today, and even like, dude, Mike from Waxed Out and I talked probably just as long after the stream that we did on it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like, dude, we got to go. Like, it's 2.5 hours or whatever. But yeah, really good talk. I'm definitely looking forward to doing more, I guess, like interviews or just more tech focused. I think that's one thing. It's something that Josh said to me the other day. It's like, amidst all of this, craziness, and I retweeted a tweet from somebody. Let me read it to you, and it goes just kind of right back to. I retweeted a lot of stuff. Some of it's not really appropriate. No amount of regulation can prevent fraud, but code can. And then FTX failed because it was regulated by governments, not by code. DeFi didn't fail because it was already regulated by code. Code is regulation. And yeah, dude.
I like that.
Yeah, when you take when you put humans into anything, it's gonna go bad. People are inherently just the worst. Like on a whole, like individually, like we're cool, you're cool. Our audience here, I love you all. Y'all are cool. But as a whole, like we'll fuck anything up. Look what we're doing. To, we're doing to like the worst things possible to every place we're at. Like anything we get into, crypto, you get too many people in there, fucking ruin it. So we need not people in there. We need the code in there, regulating it and handling it, if that makes sense.
Well, that also lends to more, like you're talking about, like actual DeFi things like
Right.
Uniswap or
Yes.
LPs and things like that, and cold storage. Like you say, you kind of mentioned earlier in the show, people kind of want the easy way. They want the easy 5,
Yeah, the
10%
path of least
gains.
resistance, man.
Yeah, but it's not safe and it's not sustainable.
Right. Yeah. I want to see more DeFi. What I was thinking as we're like trying to like preach this not your keys, not your crypto, cold storage, get off exchanges. Like what would happen? Like I guess theoretically, if everybody just today decided like, you know what? Like everything I have on Coinbase is coming off and it's going into this ledger or this desktop wallet or whatever. And everybody did that. And like I feel like that I can't imagine that would be a positive thing. Like when I say it, it should be a positive thing, right? But I feel like that it wouldn't. I
There'd
don't know.
definitely be some supply shock, that's for sure. A long term, it would be amazing. I mean, in theory, anyways, it would sound amazing.
Right. It
But
would be
yeah,
what was written in the Bitcoin white paper.
yeah, because
Here's
it would be
here,
harder to
ready.
buy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have instant liquidity to get like that. I mean, you still would. I'm sure there would be some pure DeFi plays like we just kind of mentioned. But yeah, I don't know. I could see it like some people having some sticker shock and the price dropping, and then then the spiral just starts from there.
So Lee's comic said there's nothing on the exchanges, and I think he means a CEX. Then there's no flow because you wouldn't need to have anything on a DEX, right? Am I understanding this correctly?
What do you mean?
Well, so if there's nothing on exchanges, then there's no flow, right? So then there's no There's no on-ramp, off-ramp. And I guess we don't have any fiat on-ramp dexes, do we? Right?
I don't think so.
Well, isn't
Yeah, I mean,
that
this is kind of what
Yeah, it's
BD just said, actually. Yeah. That's facts. You're right, PD.
I mean,
100%.
Can you
until fiat is replaced, if
That'll never happen. That'll never happen.
what
even
do you
with the
mean? Like,
CBDCs, like they'll still want
I think
control over it.
well, but that's why they would want CBDCs, is because it gives them even more control than fiat.
Yeah.
So governments are all about
It's insane, right?
CBDCs. I'm not a supporter, but like, hey, I'll deal with them because it's only gonna.
What is that acronym for our audience?
CBDC stands for central bank digital currency. So it just basically, like, currently our central banks of each nation controls our fiat, and so digital currency is a fiat just digitally, which gives them more control, more
Easier, more
transparency, and it's not good for the public. So I'm, again, not supporting it, but I think it's coming with regulations, and so until that happens, the off ramp on ramp to fiat is going to be necessary. But once that happens, you don't need that on ramp off ramp. It's like now that will put if all fiats disappear, then you no longer need centralized exchanges because you just dex it between the various currencies that you hold. Some of them are going to be stable, like CBDCs or central bank digital currencies, another example of stable currency, because they're going to be backed by whether it's gold or whatever is backing our current currency, which I don't think is anything.
Nothing. It's going to be backed by the same thing our current fiat money is.
So they're going to take the paper. They're like, no more paper. Now it's digital.
Right.
And
that's
it.
We just saved all this whatever the cloth is that they used to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
you guys
the
ever
paper
tried...
it's printed on is worth more than what the dollar is worth.
Right. Larry, go ahead.
Have you guys ever tried buying USDC coin, like from Circle itself?
From who itself?
Circle.
From Circle, the company that makes USDC.
I didn't even know that, dude.
Yeah, I think I've never tried it. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here, but I would imagine if, in that theoretical situation we're talking about, like a company like that would basically take over everything, because that would be the only owner. From what I know, you can, buy it with your credit card, buy $100 of USDC, and then you just get the equivalent, the amount of tokens, and then you should technically be able to trade that on the DEXs. But again, I'm just kind of talking out loud here.
No, I have never tried to buy
directly from Circle. Yeah.
I can...
It's got to be possible, or do they just mint it? Because I thought you can exchange it. Maybe it's Tether I'm thinking of. You could exchange it for US dollars each way.
Yeah, so Tether, I believe so, because I remember they were doing something with Luna. Like it was, but then they had to change. Yeah, like they had to change like their rules on it. But and I think it was UST, maybe one of the other ones. I don't remember. Go ahead, Badger.
Oh no. I was just gonna answer that, but even last comment said it, even if a DEX, if you have your crypto in a cold storage, how's it accessible? Yeah, you don't need a centralized exchange to access your cold storage. Your cold storage, you're gonna authorize a transaction based on
right.
and sign for that transaction, which will then access your cold storage and allow.
Yeah, it's just super annoying, and I think that's probably part of the reason why.
But I think it's only going to get better, though. We don't just
it will
like
get
open
easier,
knowledge.
for sure.
It's only going to get easier and more seamless to the user.
Right. Like I am already annoyed that with Anchor that I have to click two places. Like our wallet, I don't have to click once. So like that's what I use. And like, so like, God forbid, like I have to pick something up and find it and click a button. This is like forget that. Like,
will not stay.
Just steal my stuff. I'd rather that than deal with this every time. And it just kind of goes back to like that.
I won.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm what do we want to do? Did you put your address in there? I feel like you probably did.
No, I didn't.
So what do we want to do? Default to
Is this for Ledger? I don't want to win a Ledger from us.
No,
So
no,
like,
no. That was the first one. We did that one already. This
oh,
is
all right,
NFT
cool.
Gamer TV ticket.
Oh, whatever. Like, give the ticket to the next guy. I
Yeah.
play for
All right,
fun.
we'll do top 3. Shout out top 3.
Yay! When I win, top 3 win. Let's go. When TD wins, everyone wins. We always want TD to win, but he always explodes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's been
abridged it.
happening for a while.
Coleman. I would imagine it's at. Let's see. It's a buy button. It might be. It might be 3. You're. That's a good point you bring up.
No, but no. We are not the ones holding liquidity. Our liquidity provides shit to the market. No, there's people that are in the business to provide liquidity and make money off of that. Liquidity on
Right.
exchanges does not depend on the end user like you and I and TD,
Yeah.
unless
So you
there's
should
more
take
to
it
TD than
all
I
of the
know.
changes and having cultures. I feel that would take away all accessible liquidity.
Yeah, what I just said. I was answering that because I just saw it.
Did you answer that? Yeah, I guess I'm kind of thinking, and I don't.
Liquidity on serious centralized exchanges is not provided by the end user like TD, myself, or I strongly doubt one of our audience is a significant liquidity provider on exchange. Us withdrawing all our money at the same time will not make a difference to liquidity providers and people that are actually there to make money off of that. We're talking about billions of dollars at play at any given second. Our
right.
few $100, I'm speaking about myself, don't matter.
Word. Yeah, it would be super interesting to see. I don't know if it's even feasible. I was listening to some I guess motivational speakers, and YouTube started trying to guess what I wanted to hear, and
See what's good.
and they put on a speaker who just like, I'm surprised that I listened as long as I did, because like a lot of what he had to say to me was personally repulsive, but one of the points that he was making was about hierarchies, right? And it was in the sense in the on the topic of, I think, like patriarchies or whatever, and his point was that like we're never going to have a society or system. Shout out Doja, dude. Damn it, we're doing another critic.
Doja.
Logging back into Criticraft.
Yeah, was talking about just hierarchies in general, and he's like, if you think we're ever going to get rid of hierarchies, like it's like that's never going to happen. Like, can hierarchies be corrupted, and over time, and the people at the top, take advantage of the ones on the bottom? And like, yes, absolutely, but they're absolutely necessary. Like, you can't do anything without hierarchies. And he was right. Like, you really can't. And so if you just take that and you equate it to decentralization, like there has to be some semblance of order and a hierarchy, because otherwise, like, you're going to go into metaverse and see, 100 dick statues or whatever. Like, people are going to run, like I said earlier, like as a whole, like, we're terrible species, the things that we do. And so there has to be some sort of hierarchy. And then they start to talk of like DAOs, right? Well, so what does the DAO stand for? Like decentralized autonomous, right? Those two things don't fucking happen in any DAO anywhere. Like, it's
You're right.
silly, right? Yeah, it's so silly. Why are you calling it that? Say, like, this is the board of directors for this Web3 project. That's what this is. It's not a DAO. There's nothing decentralized about it. There's nothing autonomous about it. And yeah, I don't know how, like, the idea of decentralization is what was so attractive to me in the beginning when I was looking at Ethereum. And I read about that, the project that put Wikipedia on IPFS so that people in Turkey could access a website they were prohibited to by their
Right on.
repressive regime. And like, that's disruptive, and that's giving the finger to the man, and it's going against the rules for the right reasons, and all of that stuff is like super appealing to me. But I don't know how we get there with, like, I don't know how we could actually do that without somebody ruining it because they will given the opportunity. So I don't know.
Well, they
What are
can't
y'all's thoughts?
ruin it completely. Like they can taint it and try to, pervert it to the way they want. But at the end of the day, it's like I always compare crypto to like the early stages of the internet. I think Badger even alluded to it before. Like it's just, it was a long road to get where we're at with the internet right now. But where we're at now, it's like obviously there's still some bad actors on the internet. Like let's be real. But for the most part, like it's super convenient to do a hell of a lot of things nowadays. And I'd like to think crypto's going to get
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Sweet Caroline.
Ba,
Dun, dun,
ba.
dun.
Somebody find that montage video. It was so good. I should have saved it when I watched it. Yeah, it started with like it had just highlights of them interviewing the SBF.
Oh man, yeah,
And
that
then yeah,
guy's a
when it's
character.
dude, like
He's
I
like one of the big. I think he's the sixth biggest donator to. I think it's the Democrats, the political party.
right.
Like he's
That's
just
what they said.
Yeah,
That's why they said that he's gonna get away with shit because he's
right.
a big
You know that
contributor.
he's
yeah,
buying
that's
his
definitely
ticket out.
suspicious to me because like I don't know. Like I have like both blue and red political views and like I don't want to really get into that, it's not relevant, but like I don't if I had $1 billion, would I be looking to donate? Like
Yeah,
I'm not that
gross.
fucking passionate about like and
No,
how much
right?
money? 30 million? There's nothing I'm that passionate about. Like you're out of your mind donating 30 million unless there was something that I wanted in return. Like so now we can talk. Like so how much is it gonna be? Blah 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 blah. And so, yeah, I feel like there's definitely something going on there, and that's I would imagine that's usually the case for all
Well,
like
your
someone making a
political
good
system
bird.
in the States is kind of weird because when I was down with my sister, you guys had election day,
Mhm.
and there were people out front like with signs, like yanking or pulling her sleeve on the way into the voting booth, like, "Hey, make sure you vote for this guy." Like I've never seen that here in Canada.
Oh,
Like
really?
outside the voting station. No, no, like they have people signs on the front yard and
Yeah.
speeches and
Where were
stuff.
you at? You were in Florida though, too, right?
Yeah, she was in Florida.
Yeah, that's like another country. Like, yeah, you
Fact,
don't
we
want to
like
be there on
Florida.
election day. You don't want to be in Texas or Arizona on election day. I'm sorry.
Well,
It's just
I'm a
madness.
liberal. I'm Canadian, so I'm just a liberal hippie, anyways. No matter how you look at it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I've always been of the opinion that, like, if you, to me, both parties, it's very, and like I made a joke about it when we did election trivia. I compared it to like, where did they get the colors from? I'm like, they took it from Bloods and the Crips, but it's very much like a gang to me. Like, I would never say like, I'm all of these things. Like, this is how this group feels about all of these very important social and uh like important life things. Like I feel the same as them about all of them. I don't care what it is. I'm blue and I die for this. Like that's a gang mentality, dude. Like
Yeah, right.
cradle to the grave type shit. It's madness. Like if you don't have both conservative and liberal views on things, then there's something wrong. Like I feel like the average person has both to some degree, maybe some more than others. And I don't know. I feel like it's just another way that humans adopt something to separate themselves from.
Tribalism.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just another form of tribalism. It's crazy. All right, wow, we went kind of off of the topic, dude.
We're just saying, get out there and vote, everyone.
Sweet Caroline.
All right, last call for Grubfish. Yeah, dude, gangs for sure.
Ba, ba, ba.
I haven't even seen the montage TD's talking about. I'm gonna have to look that up and find it after the stream.
I'm gonna not and say that I did.
Well, I only brought it up because you were talking about getting nasty, and I heard Caroline's into some nasty stuff.
Oh, you don't even
I would
know.
bet. Boom.
Ooh, right in the middle too. Nice.
I survived. No, I don't know. Who can tell in this mess?
Yeah, man. Just stuff like this though
Oh, I'm
just
in
makes
there.
me, the ledger, like you're giving it away. Like whoever wins it, man, use it. It's your best friend as far as everything we're involved with.
Yeah. So I know I was talking to a few people in our Discord, and I know that there's some options that don't necessarily include hardware wallets that they're still better than leaving it on the exchange. And we really should do some research and put together something for the community just to go over those like desktop wallets. Like I guess it would be like the Anchor equivalent for
Right.
other
Yeah. Yeah.
cryptos, right? Where you
Well,
actually have your keys.
Oh, I worked
I
on that project also.
Oh
Oh
shit!
wait,
Who was that, dude? What?
oh, that was
Anchor,
close.
not Anchor. Shit, I was thinking of a different project.
Shiloh, shout out. What? So yeah, MetaMask is yeah, I guess you're right.
I remember so daunting at first to learn MetaMask, and now it's like snapping my fingers now.
Yeah, now they'll import chains if you don't have them. I just noticed that
No more chain
yeah,
IDs
I had
and
reinstalled my OS and I put MetaMask
RPCs.
back in, but I didn't add back like Binance and like I was so mad because at first I thought that it was CZ like market manipulating, like I didn't know that it and I'm like and so I wanted to go pull up my Binance stuff so I could make a rash decision and liquidate everything.
I hate
I know,
pancakes.
yeah. Which I noticed I didn't even have Binance on there, but it connects. It notices that you're trying to connect to Binance and lets you add it now. I don't know if you guys remember how you had to do it before, but it was awful.
Oh yeah,
You had to
terrible.
go pull up a Google result on. Yeah, dude.
See, it's already getting better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, step by step.
Shout out altcoin arena. All right, this time for real. I'm gonna get you guys over to somebody doing something cool, and make sure that you send them our love, and y'all have an incredible Monday evening. Thank you so much for joining us, Badger. Anything for our audience before we let them go?
Color is your Bugatti.
What color is your Bugatti?
Tell you,
No,
Corolla beige.
but in all
Yeah. What's the
honesty,
roller? What is that?
Toyota Corolla, like the
what is that Corolla
Nice.
beige? In all honesty, it's only gonna get better. Shakeup's gonna continue probably for a little bit, but it's only gonna get better, and everyone is building, so it's inevitable. The brighter future that we all got into the space for is still ahead of us, and that's why we're all here because we understand and
Cool.
believe in the technology. Cheers! Thank you for
diamond
being here.
hands.
Excellent. All right. Y'all have a good one. Oh shit, Larry. Anything for the audience? Sorry. Yes. You have your
My
clue.
heart and soul goes out to the Ukrainian population. We love you and we support you.
Awesome. All right. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good one.
Take care, everyone.